Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and early 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, today's video, it's not a story about a big life or death, groundbreaking story. It's the story that really got my attention. The reason I'm talking about this is because I've heard these same sentiments over and over and over from the right. Sentiments about people, so much free money from Joe Biden. Joe Biden's giving away so much free money, people don't want to work. That's why I can't go out and buy a garden hose. That's why I have to wait a whole 10 minutes before I get served. That's why my pizza was 10 minutes late yesterday. All these terrible injustices and hardships put upon the right. Okay. I only found this story in the Daily Mail. I did a whole search all over the place. The story was just posted a few hours ago. It's a very fresh story, so it might pop up other places. Like I said, there's a reason I'm talking about this, because I hear this over and over and over again about there's so much free money, people don't want to work. It's people, in other words, all the woke leftists are sitting in their living rooms and their sunrooms and their porches, sipping pina coladas in front of their new big screen TVs, with their new SUVs out in the front yard, because all of this free money that Joe Biden is giving away, so they never have to work again. That's the feeling you get. Okay, let's just start at the very beginning. Arkansas IHOP, in the doorway, this notice was put up. It looks like it was put up by the management at IHOP. They're saying that the gist of it is that they're going to have to cut back. They claim they're going to have to cut back their hours because they can't get help specifically because Joe Biden gave away so much free money. And this is why I'm doing this story, because right off the bat, okay, let's just get into this. Let's take this apart. Free money. Joe Biden gave away so much free money. This has to be talking about the stimulus checks, right? Free money. That's the only free money I know. That's the only free money that I can think that they're talking about. There were 3 stimulus checks. There was one in April of 2020 for $1,200. Donald Trump approved it, was president. That was Donald Trump. There was a second check, December 2020, $600. Donald Trump was president. There was a third check in March of 2021. It was for $1,400. Joe Biden was president. Here's the thing on that third check. Donald Trump, he talked about a third check around election time. There was, they generally had the idea that there was going to be at least 3 stimulus checks. And I remember, as a matter of fact, I got the link down below, where Donald Trump is talking about that he believes that the third stimulus check should be for $2,000. More than Joe Biden made the $1,400 check. So wait a second. So let's add that up. Donald Trump, $1,200, $600, that's $1,800. Joe Biden, $1,400. So, in reality here, just in basic reality, Donald Trump gave away more free money than Joe Biden ever did. Second of all, like I said, the link will be right down below. And I specifically still remember this because I was kind of... I was happy to hear that I might be getting another, who the hell wouldn't be, another $2,000 check. They were talking about the third stimulus check back right around election time, and Trump. I remember exactly, because my thoughts were that Trump was just using this to get reelected. It was right before election time, and he was talking about the second stimulus check in December. It was already in the mix and already being put out. So they were talking about the third stimulus check. And I remember specifically Donald Trump saying that he thinks the third check should be for $2,000. Again, I have the links down below to prove this. And I remember thinking in my head, he's just saying that because he, as a re-election ploy, just to pay people to vote for him, basically. I remember thinking that. So basically, Donald Trump was more than happy to give away $1,800 and if he had been reelected, he would have gladly given out another $2,000. Okay? So let's go back and look at this notice here. Joe Biden gave away so much free money. No, he didn't. And then, okay, so then I looked at that, that just blows that right out of the water. The way they're making it sound here, they're making it sound like, I can't believe this. And the Daily Mail in this article didn't even correct this. They did not even say a word about this. That, in fact, Donald Trump was president when 2 of these stimulus checks came out. Didn't mention it. Okay, so I looked a little deeper. And the links will all be down below. I looked up the starting pay. I looked up the minimum wage in Arkansas for an IHOP. First of all, the pay for a server is about $19,000 a year. I think that's what it was, and that breaks down to about $9 an hour, or just under $400 a week before tax deductions. After taxes, I got all the links to all the math, all the sites. I did all this math work. Just over $300 a week for a server at IHOP in Arkansas. Now you can't, even if you lived at home, you can't survive on that. And this is way under the national average for servers in general. I believe in the links down below, it says the average for across the country. I think this is in the site called Glassdoor. And like I said, links will be down below. The average across the country was $21,000 a year, and in Arkansas it was $18,000 or $19,000. So it was well below the national average, and it was dirt. It was basically dirt. Nobody could survive on that. All right, so let's look at the working conditions second of all here. Now, I assume IHOP, I'm pretty sure IHOP closed down during the pandemic. They had to, of course. And now who would want, I was thinking about the working conditions here. Now, any work is good work, good, honest work. But a lot of these people found other better work. But, the first thing came to mind is, cleaning up and dealing with. Now, I don't want to stereotype here, but pancakes and syrup isn't the most healthy of foods. And the people that eat them probably aren't the most healthy of people. And I started thinking about the sticky syrup and the warm weather in Arkansas and everything. And I can't imagine it being a very pleasurable job for that pay, too, on top of that. $300 a week take home. All right. So besides for all that, let's look at this a little closer. Let's talk about that $1,400 stimulus check of Joe Biden's. I've heard, like I said, the reason I'm doing this story is I've heard this over and over and over again. That's why people don't want to work, because all these stimulus checks. There was 3 stimulus checks. $1,200, $600 under Donald Trump, and then $1,400. All right. And let's just talk about the $1,400 one. Say you live at home. Say you live at home and you don't even have to pay rent. You say you're a kid, 19 or 20 years old. You still live with your mom and dad. How much do you spend on an average week for gas, dates, entertainment? I remember I had to buy insurance for my car, a good stereo. What, maybe $200 a week, right? I figured that's for a kid these days. For gas, maybe $50. School supplies, dates, at least $200 a week, right? Okay, $1,400, that divided by 2, that's 7 weeks. That gives you 7 weeks worth of money. That's the thing here. This is ridiculous. This amount of money, nobody can exist in any form on $1,000, $2,000, even $2,000 for any length of time. The last stimulus check was in March of 2021. Coming up on 10 months ago. The only people that still have this money are people that have other income, that already were making ends meet and were able to put this into savings. Anybody that didn't have a job, that money was gone in, let's talk reality here. Let's say you got to pay rent. The average rent here is well over $1,200, but let's say about $1,100 or $1,200 a month, average rent. Average food, even if you only eat $50 of food a week, which is ridiculous, you probably starve. That's about $200 of food a month. So let's say $1,200 rent, $200 food, there's $1,400. Your money's gone in 1 month, and that's just for food and rent. So, how are people living high on the hog? How are people being able to say, I don't need to go back to work. I have all this stimulus money in the bank. I could go for years. It's not the freaking lottery we're talking about here. This doesn't make any sense. That's why I did this video. All right, like I said, the links will be all down below. You guys have a great Monday.